grade math. We are going to do a few things together. Not anything new, but do a few things together, and then you're going to complete your interactive worksheet today, okay? So go ahead and open your math books to page 269. And we are going to begin at section 5. Solve these story problems. So our story problem says, now remember, if I write it on the board, you should be writing it on a piece of paper or something, okay? Not just sitting there waiting for me to find your answer, okay? Mrs. Bradford has new tile on the kitchen floor. The kitchen is 13 feet by 14 feet. How many square feet of tile did she have to purchase? So it's 13 by 14. So that obviously is going to be a rectangle. So our area is length times width. So it's just going to be 13 times 14. 3 times 4 is 12, put 2 down, carry the 1. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. 3 times 1 is 3. 1 times 1 is 1. Add it up. 8 and 1. So it's 182 square feet. That is how much tile she had to purchase. Now at letter B, it says each square foot of tile cost $9.79. What was the cost of the tile? So we're going to have to take that 182 square feet and multiply it by $9.79. So times 9.79. 2 times 9 is 18. Put 8 down, carry the 1. 9 times 8 is 72, plus that one is 73. Put 3 down, carry the 7. 1 times 9 is 9, plus 7 is 16. We put a 0 in our ones place. 2 times 7 is 14. Put 4 down, carry the 1. 8 times 7 is 56, plus 1 is 57. Put 7 down, carry the 1. 1 times 7 is 7, plus 5 is 12. We're going to put a 1, a 0 in our ones place, a 0 in our tens place. 2 times 9 is 18. Put 8 down, carry the 1. 8 times 9 is 72, plus that 1 is 73. Put 3 down, carry the 7. 1 times 9 is 9, plus that 7 is 16. We're going to add it all up. Our ones place is 8, tens is 7. Our hundreds place is 13, and 8 is 21. Put 1 down, carry the 2. 6, 7, 8, and 9. 7 and 1. Then we're going to count over 2 places for our decimal point. We're going to count over 1 place for our, or count over 3 places for our comma, and put our dollar sign at the beginning. So the tile for the kitchen floor cost $1,981. I added something wrong here. $81.78. Okay, so if we go to letter C, it says Mr. Bradford hired 2 men to lay the tile. Each man worked 7 hours at the rate of $35.50 per hour. What was the cost of having the tile laid? So we're going to have to figure excuse me one second, guys. Yeah, I'm sorry. I had a cat come in here that I don't want in the house. Okay, but I'll chase it down later. Okay, so we're going to have to figure the cost of 1 man and then multiply that by 2. So he hired 2 men to lay the tile. Each man worked 7 hours at the rate of $35.50. So we'll do $35.50 times 7. 0 times 7 is 0. 5 times 7 is 35. Put 5 down, carry the 3. 5 times 7 is 35, plus 3 is 38. Put 8 down, carry the 3. 7 times 3 is 21, plus that 3 is 24. Count over 2 places for our decimal point, put our dollar sign, but he did that twice. So $248.50 was for 1 man, so we're going to put another $248.50 on there. Add it up, 0, 10, 16 plus that one is 17, 4 and 4 is 8 and 9, and 2 and 2 is 4. So he paid $497 to have the tile installed. So then look at letter C. It's our letter D. What was the total cost of the tile and the labor for laying the tile? So this was the cost of the tile, how much it cost to purchase it. This was the labor. So we're going to put those two numbers together. $1,781.78 plus $497. So we add up 8 and 7, bring our decimal point straight down, 8. 8 and 9 is 17, put 7 down, carry the 1, 12, put 2 down, carry the 1, 2. And the tile for the kitchen cost $2,278.78. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Flip over to the back side to look at section 7 on the back. Section 7 says mark under the fractions that are in lowest terms. So you're going to have to, the first thing I do is I look at the numbers, and if they're both even numbers and they can yet be divided by 2, then they're not in lowest terms. So that's the first thing I look for. And then I always go to 9 first. My division rules for 9. If the sum of the digits can be divisible by 9, then that number is divisible by 9. I go there first, and then I do my 3s, and then I go to the other ones after that. So let's look at the first one, 324 over 810. Is that in its lowest terms? They're both even numbers, and they obviously can be divided up some more, so that is not lowest terms. 205 over 815, lowest terms? Obviously not, because any number that ends in 0 or 5 is divisible by 5 for sure, so it's not. 731 over 913. They're not even numbers. The sum of 731 is 7 and 3 is 10 plus 1 is 11, not divisible by 3 or 9. Remember, any number that we can go on and divide by 6, they have to be even and something else, and then the other one is even and something else. So so that's just not going to work. Excuse me 1 second. Oh my goodness, that cat knows I don't want it in here. Didn't get it. So we know that 731 over 913 would not be, it is not in its lowest form. What about 116 over 302? Both even numbers, and they're big old numbers, so we know that that definitely is not in its lowest form. What about 331 over 422? Well, one of them is even. The other one is not. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, if we add up the sum of the digits on 422, not divisible by 9 or 3. So that number is definitely in its lowest terms. So just because you have a big number does not mean that it's not in its lowest terms. But you still are going to have to sit and think about it. You're going to have to think about the division rules, okay? Obviously, if it's an even number, then it is not in its lowest terms, okay? 105 over 110. Now, both of those numbers are definitely divisible by 5, not in its lowest terms. 31 over 40. We have an odd number on top, an even number on the bottom. So it is in its lowest terms. 17 over 85. 17 over 85. The sum, 7 and 1 is 8, 8 and 5 is 13. It is not in its lowest terms, only because I have the answers right in front of me. I'm trying to figure out. That's 5. I think it would be, I think they're both 17 times. Would 17 times 5 be 85? 7 times 5 is 30. Yes, so no, it is not in its lowest terms because 17 can go into 85, because I believe 17 times 5 would be 85. 7 times 5 is 35. Put 5 down, carry the 3. Yes, so it is not in its lowest terms. And then 191 over 200, even though that is a big old number, it is in its lowest terms already. One is even, one is odd, and there's not anything that is divisible. So it is in its lowest terms. Go ahead and look at letter C. Let's go ahead and do that together real quick, and then y'all can go on with your other stuff. So we have 5 and 1/7 plus 3 2/5 plus 4. So first of all, I'm going to bring my whole numbers over and set up to make equivalent fractions. 5, 3, and 4. My least common denominator is going to be 35. I don't need it on my whole number 4 because it doesn't have a fraction. So 5 will go into 35 7 times, and 2 times 7 is 14. 7 will go into 35 5 times, and 1 times 5 is 5. Add up my whole numbers. I have 8 plus 4 is 12. My denominator is 35. 14 and 5 is 19. 19 35ths is in its lowest form. So that's your answer. That was a very, very easy one. All right, guys, so the rest of your work today is on your interactive worksheet. So you guys enjoy. Be sure and do your speed drills. Don't skip your speed drill. And you only do the one that it says to do for today. Don't do the whole sheet. When you get your answers back, it'll look like you missed a whole bunch of them because you didn't do the whole sheet, but I'm going to look at that individual speed drill today. I will look at it and put a real grade in the grade book, not what comes up on the computer, okay? All right, guys, enjoy your math.